Remember the Game Boy Advance? If you were born in the 2000s, you definitely do. Such a great little console that came with some of the most memorable games of all time. Licensed games. If you were an owner of a Game Boy Advance, then you definitely had at least one licensed game. For me, that was Spongebob Squarepants, Lights, Camera, Pants. Released back in October 19th of 2005, Lights, Camera, Pants is a platformer. You get from one end of the level to the end and continue on until it ends. To start off, you get to play as
SpongeBob, Patrick, Squidward, Sandy.
You can switch out of any of them within the level, and each of them have their own special abilities. You got a neutral attack, a running attack, and a mid-air attack, each having different uses but can overall take care of any enemy. Only pick Patrick and Sandy, there's no argument, these are the most useful. For one, Patrick is the only one that can break blocks underneath him and can be used to reach a platform just barely out of reach. He also has this arcing attack that can take care of any enemies out of your range. Sandy has the same mid-air jump for platforming but can't break blocks underneath her, but she can walk on spikes. The only exception is Squidward. His mid-air lets him jump twice in a row and is pretty useful for platforming. SpongeBob is short and can fit through low walls. That's about it. Okay, that's not true. SpongeBob can inflate and float long distances. Slowly. Which is only useful in like one minigame. As for the story isn't anything special, so we won't talk about it as much. Just know that we need to help out this director guy, Gil Hammerstein, film an episode of Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. And along the way, in certain levels, depending on who you finish the level with, that character gets to play a role in the episode, which is pretty cool, I guess. There is another game mode worth mentioning, driving.
Let me drive the boat.
That's right, we get to drive boats of all 4 characters, which means in this universe, SpongeBob did get his license. Only pick Patrick. You know, the minigames are what I remember most about this game. Well, that and this laser that scared me when I was little. The most boring one has to be the long jump. Just use SpongeBob to jump as far as you can without landing. The next one that I played was this Krabby Patty minigame where you have to assemble Krabby Patties. They call them burgers in this game. That's not right. And of course, the last but not least, the dancing minigame. Yeah, baby, that's right. It's Friday Night Funkin', and I'm not even kidding. Look at this. 2 characters standing on either side, a health bar, a combo counter, cutscene, nose floating up. Bullshit. You know, for some people, this might have been their first rhythm game, now that I think about it. This minigame shows up the most in the game, and for good reason. It's easily the best part of Lights, Camera, Pants. The entire game is pretty charming as a whole, filled with small details, like if you walk into a dark area, the icons go dark too. Or what about the music? The music has to easily be my favorite part of this game. It's got music that just slaps, like the dancing minigame theme or the Mermaid Lair theme. Even though this game is a pretty easy platformer, I had a blast just running through as fast as possible. Even the section in Goo Lagoon where the fans start chasing Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. Fun fact, you can actually stand next to them at the end of the level. Just don't go past the beach ball and you'll be good. Also, another fun fact, the section where the ball of junk starts chasing you, it's actually slower than you think. It's about Squidward walking speed. Now we get to the finale. Throughout the story, we help out the director, Gil Hammerstein, remember him? Assemble the film crew, and like I said at the beginning, you can play a part in the episode, combining every minigame, the good ones at least, into one final act. Like I said, this is an episode of Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy, and this is shown when the borders of the game change over to a TV screen. I thought that was really clever when I first saw it. This all leads to this guy, the sneaky hermit, stealing buildings, and we have to stop him with pepper. I'm not even joking, that's how you defeat him. We have to make him sneeze to beat him. After the sneaky hermit is defeated, we get one last minigame, Escape the Police. As a kid, I always thought you can get away from the cops if you press the A button fast enough, but I never pressed it fast enough to find out. Hey, I'm gonna let you in a little secret, okay? I've been emulating this game to get footage for this video. Wait, stop, no, please, stop! No, whoa, wait, I own this game in real life, I swear, I own the game in real life, please, no, please.
Okay.
Okay, so because this game is emulated, I can actually bind buttons that wouldn't actually exist on original hardware, like a turbo button. After binding a turbo button, we can actually see what happens at this minigame. Well, shit, I didn't know what I was expecting. And after all that, it ends on a cliffhanger for a sequel that never happened. You know what? That was a really fun platformer. I can see why younger me would replay this over and over again in 2005. And it's ridiculously short. I played through this game twice just to get some more footage, and it took me 40 minutes just to get to the end. Would I recommend it? Sure, if you want an hour to kill. It's honestly really fun. But honestly, it's only really worth it for the Friday Night Funkin' part of the game.